This is Innovation Fixation, a series featuring local inventors showcasing the future of technology in our community.
Hi, this is Lisa Monteleone, Tampa City Council member, and with me today on Innovation Fixation is Stuart Pinnock from Life Enabling Technologies. Great to have you here. So tell us a little bit about Life Enabling Technologies and a little bit about the company.
Well, Life Enabling Technologies is a company that I started here in Tampa. It kind of came about as a result of me attending Startup Quest through CareerSource and figuring out all the intellectual property that was sitting on the shelves of universities. I reached out to University of South Florida, and I've licensed 2 products that are the main offerings of Life Enabling Technologies right now.
What prompted you to go after this idea you had?
Well, the technologies are 2 separate products that were developed in an engineering class at University of South Florida, patented by USF. The first one is a tray table, and the second one is a backpack retriever, both of them designed specifically for electric wheelchairs. They're mainly meant to give people in wheelchairs more independence and empower them to have more capacity to live normal daily lives and to do things that they want to do and need to do but could not do previously.
That's great. And you have the tray table with you?
I do.
You want to show us a little bit about how it works?
Well, you can picture this tray table replacing one of the armrests on a wheelchair. And the person who is using it opens the armrest and deploys the table so that they can put a drink, an ashtray, a laptop, an iPad. They can also raise this to read a book,
Nice.
also use their iPad, put their cell phone. And if they have to get out of the wheelchair, without having to stow it, it can rotate out of the way. So it can almost be a side table as well.
Terrific. So that's a very useful product.
And that was the point. This just enables somebody to enjoy regular daily activities. When you think of accommodations for somebody in a wheelchair, accommodations usually result in a ramp and a space. Mm-hmm. This gives the person in the wheelchair an opportunity to do more than just occupy a space.
Sure, and I know a lot of people in wheelchairs, and it is difficult to have something balanced on your lap. You mentioned about reading and having the iPad or the book at the right angle for reading. So that attaches to their wheelchair, and is it deployed automatically, or do they have to manipulate the product like you just did?
It's not deployed automatically yet. It's deployed manually. The other product, the backpack retriever, and I can just explain that to you.
Sure.
The backpack retriever moves the backpack from the back of the wheelchair to the side of the wheelchair automatically.
That would be really handy.
Exactly. And it came about, I have a friend, Arizona Jenkins. We go out and smoke cigars.
I know Arizona. He sits on one of my committees on the
Well, there
NPO.
you go. So next time you see Arizona, he has one of these tables installed, and we'll get in the backpack retriever next. But one of the main impetuses behind the backpack retriever was me constantly having to fetch his cigars out of his backpack. Well, now, when I get in the backpack retriever, he can move the backpack to the side, get his humidor, get his cigar and his lighter, and not have to ask me anymore.
So it came out of a mutual friendship.
Absolutely.
And you saw the need for something that was missing in his life, and that was the ability to do something that comes naturally to most of us.
Exactly. People look at people in wheelchairs, and oftentimes they overlook them. And Arizona doesn't want help. He needs help,
Right.
but if he could do it himself, he would
Sure.
much rather do it himself. When I went to USF to look at these products, when they reached out to me about these 2 patents, I brought Arizona with me because I said, Arizona, you know more than anybody
Sure.
about what impacts a user in a wheelchair. And when we left that meeting, he looked at me and he said, "I want them both." And that was another impetus behind the starting of Life Enabling Technology.
So USF, let me see if I can understand this and if you can explain to the audience. USF held the patents on these two products.
Yes.
But they didn't develop them until you got involved. Who built the prototype?
The prototype was built by the inventor. He's a professor at USF. Both products were patented by USF, but they never got very far in the commercialization process.
Okay.
So they reached out to me because, like me, they saw that these products are needed in the community, especially for people who have suffered traumatic injuries. We're talking about our veterans, people born with muscular dystrophy, cerebral palsy, ALS.
Sure.
All of these people have a need for these products.
And this is a great area to develop products like that because, you know, with the VA hospital here and this severe spinal cord injury center here, there's a lot of people who leave the hospital and end up staying in the area, and they could use this product and they could test it out for you and be the people who run it through its paces to see if it really works for them and make suggestions, probably like Arizona has already made suggestions on how to make it better.
Absolutely.
And so how does something like that, just for somebody who's not in the industrial design area or engineering, how does something get made and produced? So this is a prototype, but you have to bring it to a manufacturing facility now?
Actually, I have a manufacturer that I'm working on called QTM. They have manufactured me 5 additional prototypes that I have. One is installed in Arizona's wheelchair, and I have 4 more. So they're local. It's important for me to keep this product local, the manufacturing and the distribution.
Glad to hear that.
Absolutely.
And the funding that goes along, does the university help you with the funding, or are you on your own trying to find funding to get these prototypes into mass production?
I'm mostly on my own trying to find funding. So if any of you watching that show have a need to fund something that will help a lot of people, please contact me.
That's wonderful. And there are, you know, folks who want to invest money in a product they believe in. And something that will help not just, you know, one person, but be expanded to a greater community. And, you know, for folks who want to be altruistic with their dollars, this sounds like a product that they might be interested in. So how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can visit the website at lifeenablingtech.com. There's a contact me page. And they could see both products, a video of the backpack retriever and the tray table.
Great. So if you want to get in touch with Stuart, visit the website and see how you can get involved, or maybe take some inspiration from his story and how this very important piece of equipment for the disabled community or the differently abled community has come to be. And it's just a wonderful experience to meet you. Thank you very much for being with us.
If you'd like to be featured on Tampa Bay Community Network, please call 813-977-5200 or visit tbcn.org.